And we are live, guys. What's up, you guys? This is Joseph Darling. And yes, right now I'm a stay-at-home dad. How does that work? Well, a few days ago I mentioned that we're moving to America. First of all, my wife and 3 kids. My kids are 8, 7, and turning 5 this year. And they're leaving to America for on April 3rd, which is basically in less than 2 weeks, or 2 weeks exactly. And I will be left alone here in Norway to take care of business and also to finish up my immigration process and the interview that's needed to be done in Stockholm. So I will be joining them hopefully within 4 to 6 months, and probably visiting them once during that time frame. So right now, 2 weeks before they're leaving, my wife wanted to go to England where her mother lives, and also to see some friends because she's not going to see them for a long time. We are not coming back. Okay, I'm not coming back to Norway unless something huge happens. If they chose me to become the president of Norway, which I highly doubt because I'm not going to be part of the political aspect here, then, maybe I come back. But that's not what I want to do. It's time for me to go to the States with my family. But as we're speaking now, she's in England and I'm left with the kids at home for 5 days. Now, I actually don't mind it. I'm usually a workaholic. I'm a person who likes to work as much as possible. If you can get me to sit down with some guys and structure out what we're gonna do, get me on the phone, talk to people, get some contracts, train people to do the jobs that need to get done, and all that stuff. I love working. It's my passion, and it produces growth, and I love growth. In growth we trust. And so if it was up to me, I would be working continuously all the time. And I would come home and relax a little bit, be with my family, be with my kids. And then, for a few hours, maybe once a day, I can set aside the whole day for them. But the rest of the week, man, I just want to be working. And I want to have my wife be at home with the kids and for her to enjoy it. Now, that's kind of difficult for a stay-at-home mom to enjoy that process continuously, because I've seen her struggle and do that for 8 to 9 years right now, and it's not very nice because you get exhausted. Having 3 kids is like having 3 full-time jobs, except for the fact that you don't really get breaks. And they're always mommy, 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 mommy. So, and it's kind of the same thing as I'm a stay-at-home dad right now. But the thing is that I know it's only going to be 5 days, so it's not a big problem for me. And also, once I started making food and I clean and I do different things, I get into the habit of it very quickly, and it's not a problem for me. But to do this consistently, continuously for a long period of time, like a full year, or 6 months, or 10 years, it's not gonna happen. What do I think about stay-at-home dads? I think if the mother is working outside the home, I think it's wrong. I think it's a complete change of the gender roles, and to be fair, I don't think that marriage or that relationship will be a happy one for a very long time. The reason why is because women need to look up to men. And if they as a woman choose to work outside the home, obviously they think that work is more important than taking care of their kids. Especially if they manage somehow to get the man to take care of the kids. Do you see that aspect? Because if she thought that taking care of the kids was the most important aspect of their family life, then she would be doing it. Because women want to do that which is most important. And they also understand that they're more capable and they're more in tune with kids and nurturing than men are. So when you switch the gender roles, you're actually making it, you're actually creating new, like, it just doesn't work. It can work for a short period of time. Like in Norway, for example, we have like parental leave from work. So usually like 90% of the time or more, men and women are in the workforce while their children are in kindergarten or school. But when the kids are just born, then you have basically a whole year. It might be more. I don't even remember. We've never done it. Where you get to take care of the baby. And they're always discussing back and forth how much should be to the mother and how much should be to the father. And people are saying, no, but they should choose how much each of them are at home with the kids. I don't see anything wrong with the father being home with the kid. But if he's going to be home with the kid, I think he should be home with the entire family. Like, there's no reason for the woman going to work and then the man going to stay at home with the baby. Like, what, like, to try and do that equal is just wrong because men and women are different. We're just simply different. But yes, I believe in choice and I believe that you should be able to choose, but you shouldn't force other people to pay for you to stay at home with the child. If you guys want to do that, then you guys pay for it. That's my libertarian view on it. But in terms of stay-at-home dads, I'm against it and I would never do it. However, I would like to say though that I believe in homeschooling, which I believe also that the father should partake of. And I also believe that once a boy turns 8 years old, 9 years old, he should join his father if it's possible, and especially if the father is self-employed. The boy should join his father once in a while to see how work life is. Once he turns 12, in my life, in my world, the 12-year-old joins the father every single day to work. It's time for him to learn discipline. It's time for him to build up his self-esteem. It's time for him to get experience in the workforce. And I don't see any reason why a kid between the age of 12 and 18 should not develop a business of his own and create passive income or create a business where he's replaced himself, find people who are older than him, give them jobs. Like, I don't see any reason why a boy should not be able to do that compared to putting him in school and giving him, like, potential, making him a gang member or making him play video games all day as a teenager, which I did a lot because, you know, I was bored and I only had basketball in school and that. And, like, it's a waste of time. Like, at least do it, you know, allow him to do it in a way that he loves it. So, but anyway, back to stay-at-home dad. I believe in stay-at-home mothers, but being a stay-at-home mother is a 300% job if you have 3 kids. So I'm saying you should have 3 mommies. That's in my opinion. So anyway, this is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling, and I'll see you again tomorrow.